What's up, everybody? Bryson Michael RC here, and we finally got it done. The Power Ranger helmet. Today, I'm going to be showing you the 3D printed red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger helmet. Key music! I don't want to get this thing copyrighted, so it'll only be like 2 seconds, I think. So, anyways, let me give you a little bit of background on this. A while back I got into Papercura and I downloaded a Red Ranger Megaforce helmet. Me and my son watched all the Power Rangers from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers all the way through on Netflix when Netflix had every single Power Rangers episode on it. And he wanted Power Ranger helmets and I wanted Power Ranger. I ain't gonna lie, the Power Ranger helmets were cool. And Mighty Morphin came out when I was my son's age, when we started watching the Netflix stuff. So I was excited to be watching a show that I watched at that age with my son at that age. And so I was always a Blue Ranger fan, and so I took a Blue Ranger helmet, tried the Papercura thing, then a Megaforce helmet. And I just about got the Megaforce helmet done, and what I did is I made it out of paper, and then I put Bondo over the top of it. It was all uneven. The Bondo it was thin in spots, thick in spots. It was terrible, and I was no good at doing it in the first place. Then when I tried to cut it in half to put it into 2 different pieces, everything failed, and I don't know whatever happened to it after that. So, I've been wanting to make a Power Ranger helmet ever since. Specifically, a Red Ranger for my son, because my son loves all the Red Rangers from all the Power Ranger series, or at least he used to. I don't think he's as huge as a Power Ranger fan now, but he used to be a pretty big Power Ranger fan. You guys have seen the pictures to this on Instagram. If you guys would like, go over to my Instagram. I'm sorry I haven't posted any new stuff on Instagram. I am working on a couple new things right now. I just haven't posted any new stuff on Instagram. Typically, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see these photos as I'm doing them and coming out. And by the time you watch the YouTube video, it's already a few weeks after I started it. I started this Power Ranger helmet by trying to use up some of my ABS in print, and so I put out a video showing you guys how to print ABS using a cardboard box, and this is the print that I printed on that. So it's been weeks and weeks, because that video, I put that out, probably last month sometime, and then I even did a few more videos, took a 2-week break, and I've been slowly working on this and posting pictures to it and stuff, and I wanted to put it out last week, but right at the end, even though I put all this time into it, I messed up on the whole painting situation. I explained that in my last video. You guys can go back and watch that if you want to understand why we didn't show it last week. But anyways, without further ado, I was going to have my son help me with this, but he's off doing his own thing right now, so I'm going to show you the Power Ranger helmet by myself. Here is the red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger helmet here. I will leave the link in the description to this for Thingiverse. Pretty awesome helmet, I ain't gonna lie. I've been wanting to own a Power Rangers helmet for a long time. This is real tiny, it wouldn't fit me because it's specifically made for my son and it fits his head perfectly, but nonetheless, still own a Power Rangers helmet. I'm pretty stoked about it because it's one of the harder helmets I think I've ever made, and although there are still some flaws in it, I learned a ton from this helmet because there's so much detail and so many things. Not only that, but there's the Power Ranger helmet from the TV series and the Power Ranger helmet that Anarchy Cosplay makes, the Power Ranger helmet that Eric guy makes. And I was looking at pictures from all of them to kind of draw inspiration in. And so there's certain little things in this helmet here that draw from each one of them. Anarchy does the black tracing outlines that you can see around the teeth and stuff. And I don't think that that's in the original series. Also, in one of them, the nostril pieces are silver, and I had the nostril pieces silver in the original paint job before it messed up. I went ahead and left them red because there's another. It just looks good. It looks good without them being silver. So there's different styles in different people's works of art, and so I kind of wanted to incorporate all 3 of them into one, and kind of draw the best parts that I thought were kind of my favorite parts and put them into this helmet here. Now, I think this helmet was modeled after the red Power Ranger helmet that came out for Toys R Us. It was like $100 for the red Power Ranger helmet. I think that this is modeled after that. I think somebody must have scanned it and put it in and then made the files available. It came as one file, so it looks like it's a complete scan, not a Papercura. All the Papercura Mighty Morphin Power Rangers helmets that you can see on Thingiverse, the mouthpiece down here is kind of messed up, and this one actually has a really good mouthpiece. That's why I wanted to do this, and I haven't done a Blue Ranger yet because I haven't found the Blue Ranger with a good mouth piece to it. And I still have yet to figure out how to just get the mouth part out and transfer it over to a different helmet. So once I figure that out, I may do that, I'm not sure. But the paper cure files aren't as finely detailed as say this one is when it comes to like the eyes and how the teeth are and then all the little lines and stuff like that. The paper cure files really aren't that detailed, that have been transferred over on Thingiverse and made into 3D models. So this is really, when it comes to Power Rangers, there's only a few. On my Mini Factory and Thingiverse and stuff, I think you can get the Red Ranger, the Green Ranger, and you can get, I think there's a Dino Ranger, and there's a Mega Force Red Ranger, I think, is all the good Power Rangers that you can get. The rest of them are like paper cure files, and you're going to have to do a ton of work your own when it comes to bondoing and things like that. But this was really good for practicing, because the next one that I'm working on at the moment is a Stormtrooper that has multiple colors, a lot of detail and things like that as well. So this was a lot of really good practice so I can get some of that fine detail, multiple colors. Not only that, but painting it. Some of these paints, like the white and I think the black that I used for the eyes, were flat colors, and so I used a high gloss to kind of get the shine to completely match across the whole thing. So there's different little techniques and things that I used on this. Also, since I made this in ABS, I can't tell you the ABS that I made this out of because I made it out of two different ABSs, and they're ABSs that I've had for a long time because I don't typically use ABS. I've had these ABS rolls since the beginning, whenever I first started 3D printing, and then I didn't print any ABS until I figured out how to do it with the cardboard box. So this was the first one that I really tried, and I made it with both rolls. There was the front piece, if you look on Instagram, it's multiple colors all the way through, almost like a checkerboard. And so it's not just one ABS specific. And the ABS still ended up warping in some spots. The back was really warped and messed up, so a lot of the, I have some detail in the back, here to match the front. But the back was basically, I had to Bondo this entire thing because none of it fit together right. It was all completely warped. And so I had to completely Bondo it and smooth it out the best that I could. I think I did a pretty good job at doing it, but it took a lot of Bondo work. And I think when you open it up, you can kind of see, oh no, it's got that padding on the inside, so you can't really see all the Bondoing that I did to it. But you can definitely see where the different pieces were warped right here, and then the one above it. That took a ton of work to do. The front didn't really need that much. The one thing that I really like about ABS is ABS, you can, if it were to all fit together and it wouldn't warp, ABS basically sands down on its own. You don't really need Bondo. It's so soft. You can go in, and the front pieces and stuff that matched up perfectly, I went in with sandpaper 220 grit and I sanded it all the way down. No filament lines afterwards. So I really didn't need that much Bondo on the front. And like I said, had the back been alright, or I didn't have warped pieces in certain areas, I wouldn't have had to use any Bondo because I could have just sanded the ABS itself. So that's one thing that I really liked about ABS. But because it all warped and it caused so much extra stress and problems, I don't want to print in ABS. Like, this was supposed to be the test print, and if it worked, I wanted to make helmets in ABS rather than PLA because it has a higher melting temperature. And you can take this to a cosplay, or you can go out in the sun with it and spend hours out there, and the sun can beat down on it like a black helmet or something like that, and it wouldn't melt it. But if you were to take like the Batman or the Darth Vader and take it out into the sun for even, on a hot day, 100 degrees outside, sun beating down, you'd only be out there for about 30 minutes before the helmet started to warp because it's made out of PLA. And the temperature would start to melt it. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to try the ABS, but I would still rather do the PLA just because the PLA doesn't warp. There's a lot less work to be done to it. Let's get on to the inside contraptions of this. I'm going to show you kind of a few extra little things, and then this video is going to be over with. Like I said, again, go to my Instagram and you can see all the from the beginning all the way to the end building this helmet. So I had a ton of fun with it. Now this does open up. It doesn't have the clips on the side because I did put, as you can see, all the magnets along the sides here and right over here, all the white. Those are the magnets that I put in just like I did with the Iron Man helmet. And so that just kind of comes in and clips to it. Now you may see that foam in there and think that it's held together in the middle with that foam, but that foam is actually just padding, because in the top there is a piece right up here that's a hinge that you can see. Here, I'm going to just go ahead and I'll re-glue that down later, because I want to show you guys this. This is important. But this has a hinge that I designed because I wanted it to be able to, I didn't want to put some, I think Anarchy uses just pieces of elastic and other people use other things, but I didn't want to cut a big, if you just use a regular hinge, you have to cut a big spot in the top so the hinge kind of sticks up and then it'll hinge open. So what I did is I went into Tinkercad and I designed a hinge that, see, it pulls out. So this pulls out and now lets it so it doesn't touch on the top. See that? Come back in and then it pushes forward and goes. So I'm going to try to show you guys on the inside. I don't have a good light for this. So it's got a box here, and then inside of the box the hinge, and then it hinges. So it's pretty cool. I think I might send this idea to some of the people who build these Power Ranger helmets, because I think a lot of them have been online talking about the hinge systems and getting a good hinge system. You can see it right there pretty good. That part right there goes down inside of that box that you've seen from the inside, and then the hinge is right up there, so that allows it to move and not touch, so you're not chipping the back onto the top, and then it just comes forward in magnets with rare earth magnets. So I think that's pretty cool. Like I said, that piece of foam in there is strictly for padding and padding alone. That way this can rest on the top of your head and that hinge doesn't rest on the top of your head. That's all that's for. And that basically, it's put in there in a way that the hinge and everything can open, and it kind of goes like that. But when it shuts, that piece is perfectly against the back. So. And then my visor, again, it's made out of that real thin plastic stuff that you can get at Walmart. I made it out of a blue one. I've got to remake this because you can't see through it. That's why I've got the tape, because blue was about the only color that I could find at the time, which you can see my lights and stuff. Let's see if I can get it. You can see my lights and stuff, but it's really, really dark with the blue and the tint. So I'm going to get a clear one. Same thing, but they make clear ones, they just wear out. And then I'm going to tint the clear one and replace this, and then I'll put something more permanent into position in there. And then that'll be perfect and ready to go. But for now, I think that one works pretty good. And it's a really, really, really cool display piece. So, I'm proud of it. I'm good. I'm pretty good with this. I had to do, because it warped around the back warped, I had to do a lot of extra alignment because the back didn't match with the front, so I had to Bondo the hell out of this middle section here, and it's where you put tape on one side and then Bondo on the other side, and then you sand it down on top of the tape and then remove it, and then it's basically like a seamless line right here. It's still not perfectly seamless. I would like to get a little better, but for my first real time trying to do that, I have like a mark right up here that wasn't very good. But for my first time doing it, I think I did a pretty good job. Not only that, but then adding in those lines there to finish it all the way through. I thought I did a pretty good job on that. So in the future, I think I'm just going to take a little bit more time on it with a PLA model. It's going to be a whole lot easier, and it shouldn't take so much time. Once a Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger is on there, I'm going to make sure that I do that, and I shouldn't have to do any of that stuff. It should match up pretty good. So just like the Iron Man helmets matched up really good because they're PLA and they didn't warp, So anyways, that is the 3D printed Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Red Ranger helmet. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, Leave me a comment if you'd like to. Or we'll see you guys next Thursday with the next cosplay. And it's going to be the Winter Soldier's arm in TPU, the first TPU model on the Thursday cosplays. So make sure that you check back for that. We'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one.